Hey team, Russell Peden here with a quick training on duplication. Why? Because that's the training that you guys said this morning that you wanted to learn. I asked you in a poll in our Facebook group here, what of these four things, which of these things would you like to learn most about to help you grow your business? And overwhelmingly, most of you said duplication. This idea of getting a lot of people to take our system and go out there and prospect more and share Legal Shield with people that they know and get people to go out there and duplicate that concept over and over again and teach it to their people. It's called the art of duplication. And that's what I want to talk about very briefly today, because the secret to building a huge business, a huge team, and creating a long-term residual walkaway income is to get a large group of people to do a few simple things on a pretty consistent basis. In fact, my good friend Michael Klaus says that you're looking for 100 fat people. In fact, 100 fat people can help make you rich. Imagine that. What I mean by fat people: faithful, available, and trainable. 100 fat people can make you rich. 100 people ultimately who just duplicate the system, who go out there and do a few simple things on a consistent basis and begin to teach those same things to the people that they build on their team as well. Now, that's why we as a team here at Team Prosperity Partners decided to go full circle back to what we know duplicates. I was going to say what we know works, because everything works. Some of you might be saying, well, I like to do it this way. I approach people this way, or I have a background in sales or business and I like to do it this way. It doesn't matter, because everything works, but only a few things duplicate. And what we want to do in order to build a big team, because that's what all of us are looking for, that passive residual income, that's going to come from getting a lot of people to do a few simple things on a pretty consistent basis, which is why, again, we've gone back to using just one tool to share the membership with people, one tool to share the opportunity with people, and one system for getting a new person started and leveled up and paid and promoted. That's what we've taken our system and made it super duper simple, again, because that's what duplicates, not just what works. It works, but most importantly, it duplicates. In fact, there's a great training that I want you to listen to. It's in the Prospect by Legal Shield app. It's by my good friend and business partner, Millionaire Club member, $250,000 ring earner, Mr. Chris Hughes. He does a training called the 8 Filters of Duplication. If you'll go to the training tab under resources and then click on audio training, click on Chris Hughes, listen to that 30-minute training that he does on the 8 filters of duplication. And here's what he says. Those 8 filters are: number 1, can I do it? Absolutely. That's if they can't do it, they're not going to do it. Number 2, do I have time? If the system takes too much time, no one's going to do it. Number 3, would I be willing to do it? I'm going to focus on those 3, but I want you to listen to the other 5, where it talks about, can I do it to a stud? Can it be done in depth? Can it be done at a distance? Can it be done without you? And then my favorite is, can it be done 5 minutes later? So listen to that training and you'll truly understand why it's so important to keep it simple and make sure it follows all of those 8 filters if you want true duplication throughout your entire organization. So let's talk about our system, what we do here at Team Prosperity Partners, and does it fit through the filters of duplication. The first filter is, can I do it? Absolutely, someone can do it, because our approach is simple. We're just asking people a simple question. Hey, I ran across something I think you might need. If I sent you some information about it, would you take a look at it and let me know what you think? Anyone can do that, right? Now, of course, when we get a new person started, we want them to not only ask that question, but also share with their friend or relative or prospect why they want them to take a look at it. Because, in fact, we asked them, tell us why you got involved in Legal Shield, without using the word Legal Shield. That's part of the training that we do. You've heard us talk about that. I did a video on it a week or so ago. You want to be sure to ask that person why they got in. That way they can use that as part of their approach when they're talking to someone. For example, when I got involved, one of my main reasons why I got involved that drove me is my mom. This is my mom and I right here for my wedding day. My mom worked very hard to take care of me and my brother and sister, and I wanted to give back to her by being able to support her so she didn't have to work anymore. That's one of my whys. Obviously, my wife, my kids became my why as well, but that was one of my initial whys. So, for example, if I were going to be a new associate talking to someone, I say, you know what, hey, Tina, one of the things I've really been wanting to do is support my mom, bring her home so she didn't have to work anymore. And I found something that I think can help me do that. I was wondering, if I sent you some information about it, would you take a look at it? See, that's it, guys. You want to use their why, and then you want to ask the question, if I, would you? So anyone can do that. Number 2, do I have time? That's a second filter. Of course. How long did that take to make that approach? Hey, Tina, I ran across something I think you might need. It doesn't take very long. We're talking a minute, 30 seconds, even 15 seconds if you talk fast like I do. And number 3 is, would I be willing to do it? That's another filter. Again, if you focus on helping them understand why they got involved in Legal Shield and help teach them how to make that part of their approach, then hopefully whatever the reason why is will be strong enough to make them willing to take the activity and reach out to the people that they know and come in contact with about Legal Shield. So again, that's the key, guys. Everything works, but everything doesn't duplicate. And what we want to do is we want to focus on what duplicates, because that's how you build a massive team. That's how you generate a team that's going to produce for you a walk-away passive residual income that will come to you for years and years and years to come. So hopefully this was a helpful training to you today. Be sure to go back and listen to that audio training in the Prospect by Legal Shield app under training, under audio training by Chris Hughes, so that you can truly understand the filters of duplication that I think are so important to building a huge team. So hopefully this was helpful to you. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again next week as I continue to do these trainings on a weekly basis on the topics and the skill sets that you say that you want to learn to help you grow your business. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.